In prison, everybody gets a nickname. Thank you for joining me on As the Key Turns. Today's episode is going to be about the Reverend Lowe. No, he wasn't an employee, a chaplain, nothing like that. That was the nickname of one of the prisoners. Before we get started though, I'd like to ask you to please consider giving me at least $1 a month on patreon.com. You can do it by going to patreon.com/asthekeyturns. And if you want to, you can write to directly as asthekeyturns@mail.com. And if you really want to make a comment or join our community on Facebook, it's As the Key Turns on Facebook. Now, the Reverend Lowe, as we called him, got his nickname because he used to preach. He would sit down there, and I remember him mostly on dog unit of I unit, dog range of I unit, which meant he was in the upper right-hand side of the unit, way in the back. And they used to keep him in the back because nobody wanted to listen to his preaching all the time. He'd be back there yelling about, God is going to get you, and repent, and the angel Gabriel is coming down, and all kind of stuff. That's his preaching's what made him famous. But he did other stuff too. He was you didn't know this, but he was the actual Easter bunny. That's right, the actual Easter bunny. Floppy ears, putting eggs all over the place. At night when we weren't watching him, apparently he was able to slither out of his cell and go throughout the Western world and plant eggs for children to find. That's what he said. And you remember the guy on the commercial, the Kool-Aid guy, the one who would crash through the wall and go wow or whatever? Well, he was that guy too. I always asked him why he just didn't crash out of the walls and escape, but he said that he really didn't want to escape. He was just going to stay right there because he had to explain to us sinners what was the matter and what was wrong. So yeah, he also had, and this is the part that made him famous for me, he had a Harley Davidson flathead soft tail, whatever the hell all they call all them things, motorcycle. Now, you couldn't see it and I couldn't see it, but the Reverend Lowe saw it, and he would ride it all the time. Well, he'd be in there, with his hands on the handlebar, and he'd be riding away when you'd go past his cell. Now, I think the reason that he did this was he acted crazy to keep from going insane. He seemed to be the kind of guy that was sociable, and the isolation of the special housing unit, which is a single cell, hardly ever come out. When you do come out, you go to a single rec cage. You're almost never in the same room unfettered with another human being. We call that no human contact, but it doesn't mean that you don't see other people. And he could talk to the other people on the range, like if he spoke, they could hear him and answer him, and vice versa. But he couldn't actually see them like you're seeing me now. He couldn't do that. He could only be in a cage like this, and then he can't look that way and into another cage, cell, to see another inmate. And his bars were about this far apart, and they were about 1 inch in diameter, and those bars were made up of many little bars inside of a metal jacket. And they were tool resistant steel, so if you tried to cut through them, they spun, and if you were able to hold them steady, it would wear out your tool because it was made from the same hardness of steel. So it was very difficult to cut through, and it was very difficult to see through and down. They couldn't even see what was on the range, and if they stuck out a little mirror, something shiny, I would take it. So they really didn't have an opportunity to see many human beings except me when I came to feed them in their cell 3 times a day. And we were supposed to get 30 minutes of rec. Sometimes that happened and sometimes it didn't. They were supposed to do that 4 days a week. And if you were a bad boy like the Reverend Lowe was in many occasions, what you really got was an ass whooping. You didn't get to go out to rec. He opened 6, and then we'd go in there and have a little talk with you and then leave you. So the Reverend Lowe was subjected to some of these discussions from him throwing things at us, or what other thing that he did that was extremely annoying and against the rules. Now, one time when he was riding his motorcycle, he crashed into a chicken house. I know he crashed into a chicken house because I went down range and there was feathers all over the place. I said, "What the hell is going on here, Lowe?" And he said, "Well, crashed into a chicken house." And I said, "Wow." And he said, "Yeah, killed a lot of chickens too. They're laying dead all over the place." And I said, "Well, you gonna pay for this?" And he said, "Oh no, I fled the scene." So that was one of the things that he did. Another time he was all beat to shit, and I asked him what happened to him. He said, "God kicked my ass." Well, I didn't realize it, but one of the guards he considered God. So he at first said that it was the angel Gabriel was coming to kick his ass, but Gabriel couldn't get the job done. So this is my nephew driving by here, by the way. So since the angel Gabriel couldn't get the job done, that was him beating himself up in his cell or on the wreck cage. We had to take videos of him sometimes of him beating himself up on the wreck cage so that we didn't get accused of it, you know, because the warden would walk and this guy's all beat up. "What happened to him?" "Oh, we don't know." "Yeah, the guards beat him again, right?" No, he beat himself, and now here's the video, we can prove it. So anyway, getting his own ass kicked by the angel Gabriel, like he hit himself. You'd see him go wham, you know, stuff like that, ram himself into the wall, all those kinds of things. He said, "Well, I didn't get the job done, so this officer went down there, you know, Officer God, and kicked his ass." Did a pretty good job too. So that was that's what I've located about the Reverend Lowe at this point. I'm doing some research on him, probably take a couple of years, but when I do turn it up, I might do a part 2 to this, and we'll talk about the Reverend Lowe's crimes and, you know, when he got paroled and those kind of things. Oh, and by the way, that motorbike, it's still on dog range of I unit. I know, because when he came out, he put down all of his stuff. He got off his motorbike, put down the kickstand, and he left it there right in the back next to the great big giant intake for the fans. So that's where it's at. So any of the officers that still work at USP Marion, when you're in I unit on dog range, they're in the back. Keep an eye out for that flathead, soft tail Harley Davidson motorcycle. I'm not sure what year it is, probably in the 60s or 70s. It's still there. I used to think about that sometimes when I would watch that range. Wow, that motorbike's still down there. The Reverend Lowe left it. So, hope you enjoyed this video, and by all means consider supporting us on Patreon. Thank you very much.